Hey, what's up guys, it's Kazoo here and welcome to episode 11 of Scaling to Glory. And we're starting things off by going into an online season game, and we changed the team up a little bit. We're putting Jetson back into the team, and we come up against a 4-on-2-on-2 Barclays Premier League side. And we're starting things off with Jetson on the ball. There's a few skill moves, and then gets past 3 players here, very lucky, and he makes it 1-0, and it's a quite nice goal. But moving on, with Jobson on the ball, there's a fake Rabona to a Hocus Pocus, gets past his player and then runs down the wing, does a few step overs, cuts inside with a nice body feint and then a rainbow flick, but unlucky there for Wallison with the bicycle kick. Then we are moving on into the second half where Jobson does pick the ball up, he does a few skill moves there, tries out a long shot but an easy save from his goalkeeper. And then we are still moving on with Jobson on the ball, he gets in between the 2 defenders there with a nice skill move, tries out the finesse shot but gets deflected and an easy save for his goalkeeper. And then my opponent does get a free kick around the halfway line mark, gets deflected, he picks the ball up with hold B and he makes it 1-1, so he's basically back into the game. Then I tried to clear it away here with Felipe Santana, and yeah, I tried to slide tackle in with Danilo, but unfortunately he does pick up a penalty, and I also get a red card with Danilo, which was yeah, probably the worst thing, because he steps up with Barry and he hits the post, and at that point I was really happy because he would have won the game if he scored that one. So in the end I still pick up a point after a quite weird game. So yeah, we managed to pick up a point. Like I said, we draw the game 1-1 and we're moving on. So I decided to change up to the reserve squad and apply a hunter card to Daniel Sturridge. And we're moving on in another online season game, and we come up against a quite nice Lega BBVA side with Pedro and David Villa swept wings. Don't know why he did that, but yeah, we pick the ball up with Sturridge going on a nice easy run and we make it 1-0 in the 13th minute. Then he does pick the ball up with Benzema, does a through ball to David Villa, who picks the ball up and he makes it 1-1 in the 68th minute. And then he picks the ball up with Pedro, he gets past Mangala, he crosses the ball into Benzema, who does get a header, and then a great save from Manada. But it wouldn't really matter because he does score the rebound with Fabio Contrao. And like in yesterday's episodes, rebound goals, oh my god, they're so annoying in this game. I don't know what goalkeepers are thinking, but they always decide to clear the ball in a really stupid way, which always ends up in a rebound goal. But we still get a few chances with Ben Arfa and with Matic, but unfortunately we couldn't score from them. So we lost the game with 2-1, and yeah, we're moving on in another online season game. But before that I decided to change the team up again and go with the Brazilian skill team because I wasn't really playing that well with the reserve squad. So yeah, we go into a game and we come up against a 3-5-2 Barclays Premier League side, and we're starting things off from a corner with Ronaldinho on the ball, and Wallison makes it 1-0 in the 45th minute. And that's also how this game ends, because this game was really boring. So yeah, I'm not going to show you any more highlights of that game. And we're moving on in another online season game, and we come up against another Barclays Premier League team, which isn't really a surprise at all. And once again we're starting things off from a corner, gets cleared away by his defender. We pick the ball up with Danilo, try a shot but gets blocked. Then we pick the ball up with Miranda and he makes it 1-0 in the 6th minute of the game. So we are on a quite early lead, and then my opponent decides to rage quit, which is really stupid I think, because he had like 80 minutes left to get back into the game. And then decide to rage quit isn't really smart at all. But yeah, we're moving on, and now we come up against a really strong 4-1-2-2 Barclays Premier League side with 2 informs, Leighton Baines and Lukaku. But we are starting things off with my opponent on the ball. Nice through pass from David Silva to Eto'o, and he makes it 1-0 after a chip goal. And yeah, I was thinking maybe I could set some pressure on his player, but unfortunately he does a chip and he makes it 1-0. And then we are away with Jobson on the ball, and then he decides to slide tackle me with Jan Vertonghen and he picks up a red card. Then we pick up a free kick at the edge of the box, and I first thought maybe it could have been a penalty for me, but in the end it was just a free kick, and it wasn't really a good one. Then we have Ronaldinho on the ball, does a nice elastico past the player that does a slide tackle, a roulette past David Luiz, takes a shot outside the box, and he makes it 1-1 in the 45th minute, which was actually a quite decent goal, and as you can see, a replay worthy. And then after a throw in, he picks the ball up with Lukaku quite early in the first half. He decides to pass it to David Silva. He turns, he does a finesse shot, and he makes it 2-1 in the 50th minute. And then we get a breakthrough with Jobson on the ball, does a 1-2 pass there with Jetson. He takes a shot outside the box, but maybe I should have gone with a chip ball instead, because his goalkeeper was quite far away from his goal. So yeah, we lost the game with 2-1, and we are moving on into the last game of the episode, which is also a seasons game. We decided to change the team up a little bit, and we play with the reserve squad once again, and we come up against a 5-2-1-2 Barclays Premier League side. And again, it's not really a surprise come up against these teams, but yeah, we're starting things off with Banarfa on the ball, does a nice skill move, and then a dummy from Sissoko past his defender. I tried to do a fake shot, but he did a stop and go instead, I do believe it's called. And then we pick the ball up with Daniel Sturridge outside the box, finesse shot, and he makes it 1-0. And as you can see at the halftime stats, it was a quite boring first half. So we're moving on into the second half with Coutinho on the ball from kickoff, does some nice fancy stuff there, passes it to Sturridge, who passes it back to Coutinho, goes on a nice dribble, has a shot, but a great save from his goalkeeper. And then we do pick up the ball with Coutinho, who passes it back to Sturridge, does some nice skill moves there, roulette, fake shot past his defender, tries to do a rainbow flick to a volley, but the defender intercepts the ball, which was quite unlucky. Then my opponent crosses the ball in with Lukaku, gets cleared by Koscielny, he picks the ball up with Fernandinho, but a great save from Mandanda, and he picks up a corner. He decides to cross it in, and a great header from Dembaba, who hits the bar. And I try to clear the ball away after some really weird stuff going on here. I decided to pass the ball to Juricic, who does a nice through ball to Daniel Sturridge, and he was rushing forward with his goalkeeper, so I tried to chip the goalkeeper and it works. We make it 2-0 with Daniel Sturridge in the 85th minute, and that means it's pretty much game over. But he does get a goal back, a really nice goal back actually with Paulinho. He does a long shot here from almost the halfway line, which is replay worthy. So yeah, and that's also how this game ends. We won the game with 2-1, and also how the episode ends. So I hope you did enjoy it. Make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already, and then I will most likely speak to you guys tomorrow. So hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.